because when it's dysfunctional, it affects the entire city.
The mayor of Nashville tells the school board to get its house in order. Mayor David Briley appeared this morning at Napier Elementary to outline some of his plans to remedy the situation within Metro schools. For months, News Channel 5 investigations have exposed questionable no-bid contracts, a sexual harassment scandal, and a morale crisis inside the district. But today, Briley commended the director of schools, saying we need to praise Dr. Sean Joseph for making equity in our schools a priority. Joseph is facing a possible suspension, though, of his state license for failing to ensure that teacher misconduct cases were reported to the state. Briley also addressed the school board, saying he intends to use all of his legal authority to influence the direction of the board and be involved in how it operates.
Every school can deliver on the promise of a good education. I know it can happen. I know in Nashville what we are capable of. I know we're ready to do right by our kids. And I intend to use my position and influence and the office of the mayor to keep charting a path forward for our schools. Every child in Nashville, yes, every child in Nashville deserves a school board with his or her best interests in mind.
With all of this going on, the school board could become a hot topic in this year's race for mayor. News Channel 5's Jason Lamb has a look at what's ahead.
Mayor Briley's warning to the school board comes as one of Briley's opponents, John Ray Clemens, today criticized Briley's response.
His opponents are trying to say, well, a lot of this is your fault because you haven't been providing leadership and a vision for what we need to be doing.
But Metro's charter limits the extent to which any mayor can get involved in the school board.
My administration must and will be involved moving forward in operations, finances, and human resources.
News Channel 5 political analyst Pat Nolan says some may question whether that kind of involvement from the mayor is even legal.
I think that's a little problematic. I'm not quite sure what the mayor has in mind. I would assume he has something in mind or he wouldn't have brought it up.
Typically, the mayor with Metro Council can only tell Metro schools how much money they have to spend, not how they can spend it.
And in the context of this year's budget, we will seek a memorandum of understanding between the city and the school board in terms of how they are going to operate their enterprise in the coming year.
And we'll see what this memorandum of understanding turns out to be. Again, that may be the most interesting document I've seen coming out of the mayor's office in many years.
And no matter what the future may hold with this mayor and the school board, it's sure to become a campaign issue for Briley and those seeking to replace him.
Well, I think there's just going to be a general unhappiness with what's been going on in the schools for the last year and a half with all this gridlock and disagreement that's going on out there, and that's going to spill over into the mayor's race.
Jason Lamb, News Channel 5.
We also reached out to mayoral candidate Carol Swain for her reaction. We haven't heard back yet.